So it's working. It's Welcome. My name is Patrice, The.patrice.denise. I'm over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. And I just wanted to pop in here real quick. If you're new to my channel, you might want to catch up on other videos, but I do welcome you and hope that you would like to join this community by pushing that subscribe button. Everybody else who's been here before, you may know, unless you need to catch up on other videos too, but you may know that my daughter and I are in a program called the Fit Family Project. It's a kind of like a research program where they help families to meet certain goals, and in return of meeting those certain goals, the families learn more about their health and incorporating good healthy habits, and they are rewarding you meeting your goals. So they randomize and put you in two different groups. One group where you are rewarded extrinsically for meeting your goals, and another one where you're more just motivation to get you. And I guess they're trying to see which one works better, which I can already tell you. Anybody would know that, but we're in this program because I chose to go ahead and be in the program because I wanted to help my daughter Mariah and instilling healthy habits in her as well. So I wanted to pop on here because we had our meeting today with our coach. So we're going to meet every week, once a week, and we meet on Mondays. So I'll try to post, tag these updates along with other vlogs that I do, like when I do my weekend vlogs. But today, this weekend, I had already closed out a vlog, and that posted on Saturday or Sunday. No, I posted yesterday. And so yeah, this one wasn't able to be tagged along to another vlog, but let's just, right into it, what I'm talking about. So I wanted to come on here and just update you guys on the meeting that we had today with him. So this was our first week after our initial meeting with him, and we had a goal of meeting our a certain amount of steps. My daughter and as well as myself, we had to meet a certain number of steps and each day. And if we did meet those certain amount of steps each day, then we got to what he called a spin. We got a spin. And when you get rewarded with a spin, then you spin on this randomized, you have those randomized little spinners. And according to where you stop will be where your reward will be for that week. So we got, every day you met your step goal, we got a spin. So I got a total of 7 spins for meeting my step goals all 7 days. Mariah did as well. She met her step goal all 7 days. And then if you meet your step goal 6 or 7 days out of the 7 days, then you get 3 extra spins. So we both got 3 extra spins. And then for being in attendance during this meeting, they're rewarding you for being in attendance, because it's hard to build up to getting those habits sometimes for people. So even if you are in attendance, you meet with the coach, you get 5 spins. So we both got a total of 15 spins this week, and so we spun the spinner, and we got rewarded based on where we landed at. And so that was good, and I can already tell, yes, they motivate you. You get to spin, you get that chance, and it's like the adrenaline to know what your prize will be. And I said it before in another video, the prizes are not like astronomical, big. The prizes are not really that big, but for me, what I see it as is enough to motivate my daughter, because she doesn't have a job, she's a teenager, blah blah blah. She's not even old enough to have a job. So I see it as it motivates her. But I hope, my goal and my hope is through this that these habits are just built and they continue on even after this program for her. So we did great with our first week. He'll come back next week. Our step goal did go up. So right now I have 7,711 steps, and now I have to make it to, last week it was like 8,290 or something like that for my step goal. And this week, starting today, my new step goal is 9,120. So I think last week it was 8,000 290 or something like that. And he says it goes, if we meet our goal each week, it goes up by 10% to the next week. So now I got to get to 9,120. So I have a little over 1,000, almost like 1,500 steps left I got to do today. It's 7:28. So I got to move around some more. And we talked about that too. We talked about like fitness, and because once we get to 10,000 steps a day, that's the cap. That's the cap. So once I get to 10,000 steps, and once Mariah gets to 10,000 steps, that's the cap. They're not gonna go higher than that. But we will talk about other types of fitness. So like if I want to talk about like strength training and try to get into habits of that. So we'll talk about that once we get to the 10,000 steps. So they're just trying to get you up to that. So yeah, I got to move around a little bit more today in order to get these steps in. And then we talked about nutrition. And so we're going to really, I dabbled into counting calories in the last video, just to kind of see, eye-opening experience of counting calories. Because counting calories, if you are not used to doing it, it is hard to like stick with. For me, other people they can do it all day. Just like I guess I have a habit that I can do all the time, and whereas others may have habits that they can do all the time, and I'm like, how do you do that? But I'm gonna do it. If it calls for me counting my calories, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be successful in this program. So he said we'll talk about that in like 2 more weeks. So I got some time. To kind of get myself together for that mentally, right? Right now, I'm about to cook me some, guess what? Some salmon. Y'all saw the other video, I had some salmon. I seared that salmon. Alexa, stop. My husband has the Alexa come on every day at 7:30 and tell him the NFL headlines. Alexa, stop. But, yeah, so what was I saying? Oh, I did the salmon in the other video, but I'm not going to sear it today. It's going in the oven, and the oven's already preheated, so I need to go ahead and put it in there. But nothing fancy. I'm just going to season it and put it in the oven and have some brown rice and broccoli probably with it. Yep, nothing fancy. That's what we have for dinner. That's the family. But I wanted to hop on here too and tell y'all we got the results. So remember the very first meeting that we had with, not with our coach, but with the person who's like facilitating the whole research project for us. She came and she did our blood work. And I did tell y'all, like I said, I'm not going to show or share my daughter's information, but I'll share mine because this is what I do all the time, and share my stats. So I got her lab results, and I'm pretty happy with her lab results. Very happy with her lab results. And then it got my lab results, and so I got a sneak peek at what my A1C is. As what day was that? March the 1st. And so my previous A1C, you guys know, was 5.6, and that was as of November the 17th of 2023. And I don't get my A1C checked again from my provider, my personal primary healthcare provider, until May of this year, 2024. But as of March 1st of this year, 2024, when she did my little pricking on their machines, and sometimes machines are different, and the way different labs process it is different, but all in all the numbers should be close and spot on. My A1C is at 5.4. So that is great, because it was at 5.6 in November, and then y'all know I started to, and let me preface this with, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a healthcare provider, I'm not a pharmacist, but y'all know I am on the medication Mounjaro, and that helps with controlling blood sugars and type 2 diabetes. It also aids in weight management as well, and it has another name that is strictly more for weight management, and that's Zepbound. But I am on the medication Mounjaro, and I'm on 7.5 milligrams, and I have been spreading my dose out to every 10 days instead of what it is supposed to be every 7 days. I know, but I've been spreading it out for every 10 days because I'm right now. I believe I am in maintenance mode, and so I was curious as to how that would affect my A1C. And so November, December, January, February. So yeah, it's been 3 months since doing that, and my A1C is at 5.4. So it's working. It's doing, the 10 days is okay. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. Now we'll see what it is in May, because this is March, April, May. So like 2 more months, right? Yeah, 2 more months, and then I'll get my A1C drawn again from my provider, and we'll see what it is then. But what I do want to talk about is my triglycerides. So you know what? This also might have something to do with that too, but my triglycerides and I was trying to see if I was just trying to Google this now to see if fasting before you take your labs, your lipid panel affects anything or not, but so it says in most cases, and this is the clevelandclinic.org, it says in most cases you need to fast 10 to 12 hours before your lipid panel blood test. Fasting means not eating or drinking anything except for water. In some cases, getting a lipid panel test without fasting is possible. And you know your lipid panel test it tests your cholesterol levels. It gives you the picture of your cholesterol levels. It says you have to fast for about 10 hours before the test because triglyceride levels can shoot up 20 to 30% after a meal, which could throw off the equation. So that's what I wonder. Okay, what can cause a false high? Improper fasting, medication, human error, and a variety of other factors. So I'm trying to look at all that right now to say this, that my triglycerides was 305. And I was like, what? So, yeah. My triglycerides was 305. And your normal or healthy range is less than 150. So, I am on rosuvastatin, just barely, 5 milligrams of it. And I do that daily, one time a day. I do it in the morning. And prior to November of last year, I was on 10 milligrams, but my lipid panel was fine. So my provider lowered it down to 5 milligrams. And so I'm wondering if I took that test. She took my blood that time on March the 1st at, what time was it? It was like at 4 something in the afternoon. And I wonder if, because I didn't fast, did I have anything? Because normally when I get my lab drawn from my provider, I go early in the morning, so before I eat breakfast. So I wonder if that has something to do with it. But what I'm going to do is definitely we're going to pay close attention to my lipid panel when I get my labs drawn from my provider. And what I started looking at is how to lower your triglycerides. So I started looking at that, and of course it's saying, you know, like different foods to help lower triglycerides: oats, cauliflower, blueberries, spinach, banana, strawberries, broccoli, cabbage. I don't like cabbage. Salmon, sardines. So those fishes. We're gonna see. I get my labs drawn in May, and we'll go from there. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and update you guys on that meeting that we had just a little while ago, and let you know the update on my A1C. My daughter is doing great in the program. She's already finished her step goal for today, but I still have to finish mine. So we'll see. I got to get to 9,120 every day. So I might need to up my, because I do my cardio in the morning, and I only do like 35 minutes, and sometimes I'll go up to 45 minutes or even an hour if I have time, but I've been doing 35 nowadays, so I might need to up that to 45 minutes or an hour in the morning. We'll see, because I have to rearrange some things, because that means I might have to get up earlier because I do my prayer and prayer time and my Bible study time in the morning before I exercise. So we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to come and update you guys, and I hope that you're doing great. I hope that you had a great weekend, and you know, we're jumping into this week. We're not giving up. We're continuing to continue on all 2024. But just wanted to pop in real quick and update you guys on that. I will definitely see you in week 67 update coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. I'll just, you know, tell you all of what happened all together, my blood sugars, the things I've done this week and so forth, so on and so forth. And so we'll talk about all that in the upcoming video. Until then, I love you guys and God bless.